Hello everybody, and welcome back to Modded Beginnings. It's been, well, it's not going to seem like a few days. This is part of all of my getting everything ready for the holidays. It's been a few days since I've done anything in here. We've got just finished up the Tinker's version of this. I haven't released, as of this, I haven't released the bows and stuff, but that's coming up probably by the time this, well, it'll definitely be before this one comes out. So anyways, today, how you doing? How you doing? Well, I'm doing well. We got stuff on fire. We need to fix that. Quit burning the place down. Won't like it. It'll probably catch right back on fire. Anyways, today we're going to be looking at extra utilities too. Going to be going over, not doing the great big long episode that we did with the first one. We're going to break this down into a couple different parts. Try to keep the videos a little bit shorter than an hour long. That was a lot of stuff in one video. We want it daytime. So, extra utilities too. Let's get into this. Let's learn how to spell it first. Extra Utilities 2 adds a bunch of neat machines, power generation. There's even a dimension in this. There's a lot of neat things involved with this mod. Today we're going to be going over some of the smaller features. We're going to be going over grid power. We're going to be going over some of the machines, and we're going to be going over pipes and some of the storage. So, with extra utilities, first things first, some of the stuff that generates in the world. You break grass, you will find these ender lilies. These ender lilies also grow in the end. When you go to the end, you will see a bunch of them around. These things, I didn't get it back. These things are pretty rare to find. But you can plant them on grass. You can plant them on about anything, I think. These things take forever to grow. I think it's something like 7 days or something like that on grass. Planting them on end stone does seem to help grow them a little quicker. I just broke the end stone. Where is our end stone at? There it is. Does seem to help a little bit, but as far as how much, I have no idea. It's a neat way to just kind of passively generate ender pearls. They just kind of grow, and then you can come back in and pick them. Playing on a server, they're even better, because usually if you log off for the night, come back in the morning, you've got one grown. But don't pay any attention to this. This is not here to see. So yeah, you can set these up to be farmed. I don't know if you can do it with any of these. I've never actually tried to farm them. Usually it's just one or two things. It's a lot easier to get them from any kind of farm than it is to actually get them out of these. Like I said, it takes about 7 Minecraft days for them to grow. There is also the watering can. Watering can is just some stone and a bowl, and basically it will speed up. Come on. Why are you not getting water? Probably because we're in, let's switch this game mode survival. There we go. Watering can, just hold right click, fill up with water. Matter of fact, once you start holding right click, you can let go of it. It will finish doing its job. Now this will help spread grass if you've got a great big dirt patch, and it will also help crops grow. It will not, however, help these grow, which kind of sucks. Now, this does have it has a durability, but basically it's just how much water's left in the can. This thing, you run through it, water will empty out of it, and then you've got to go refill it again. It's a great way to help some stuff grow. Actually, I think it'll help this grow. This is a red orchid. You can find these in caves. growing sometimes, and every once in a while you can find one in the grass. Basically, this thing, once it's fully grown as it is there, you can harvest it and get redstone. Nice way to get passive redstone. You can place these things. You can pretty well. I know you can. Well, we don't have Ender IO in 1.12 yet. I have yet to try it with industrial foregoing or any other kind of harvesting mod. But I know the farming machine will pick them. These are creative grid power mills. I've got these just as a way that I don't have to worry about. I can do whatever I want to without having to worry about grid power. There's no recipe for it, just creative. Make sure I have enough stuff running around here for what I need. So, next up, we've got some of the magical wood stuff. Magical wood is made with bookshelf and gold. Now you need, let's go over here to this. You also need 4 XP in order to get it. I don't have any XP, so, oh, I do have XP. So we can actually make it. And that will make 1 piece of magical wood. Now, you can also make it inside of this enchanter. This enchanter we're going to get into in the next episode. This is a little bit more involved than what we've got right now. So, but with the magical wood... Oops, I set the rain to come on. Go off. There we go. You can make a builder's wand, which is more or less exactly what it says it is. We got blocks here. Place blocks down, you can use it to build. Now this doesn't have, this is not a, we are in the wrong game mode. This is not a, doesn't do a whole great big area, but it does help get the job done. Let's get rid of that. Next up, oh, builder's wand. It is magical wood, and a piece of gold. I don't think I showed that. So next up, we've got the deconstructor's wand. It is 2 magical wood and 3 pieces of gold. Basically, this does the exact opposite of what the builder's wand does. Same exact area of effect, but just tears stuff down. Beautiful. Alright. Next up, we've got the boomerang. Boomerang I actually have used before. This thing's pretty neat. It is a more or less a projectile weapon, but you can use it to do some different stuff. Nothing like that. It doesn't have a very high attack damage to it. And as you can see, it'll follow you around until you catch it. Now, there is some special enchantments just specifically for this. This one is Burner Ring. I've never used this, so I have no idea exactly what some of this stuff is. Oh, we killed it. Alright, let's get a pig. We want a spawn pig. Pig. So it sets them on fire. That's pretty neat. So the next one we've got is Zoomerang. I'm going to assume that just makes it go really fast. That didn't come back. Oh, there. Oh, wow. I guess that goes really far out, too. I don't know if it come back. There it come back. So, next up we've got Bladerang. I'm not sure exactly what this one is. My guess is it just does extra damage. Kind of like having sharpness on a boomerang. Boomerang, I have a feeling we're going to want to do this away from there. Because just the name sounds like... Yeah, that's pretty awesome. Did it blow up anything on the other side of it? Oh, it took off all the item frames and stuff. It doesn't look like it does any damage to actual blocks. What about a tree? No. Can we kill beehives with it? No. So that is pretty neat. I'd never used that one before. The only one that I have used is this Boomer Reaping Ring. This thing is actually pretty neat. If we come over here to this sugar cane and throw it, it will harvest the sugar cane and bring it back to us, especially if I didn't have the magnet on it. So that's pretty neat. You can stand in your rows of your crops, throw it down, and it will harvest several different ones. Oh, I didn't know that. Was not aware that it would break glass. So there we go. That's kind of a few of the useful little tools, stuff that generates in the world. Now, as far as blocks, you're going to need quite a few of these. These are polished stone blocks. They are made with stone. Take stone bricks, put stone bricks in a 4x4, and you get this polished stone. These are going to be used for several different items. You're going to need these to make your introductory grid power, and you're going to need it in order to make some stone burnt later on. Next up, we've got these resonating crystals. Resonating redstone crystals are actually, you get them randomly mining redstone ore, or you can actually craft them. They are made with an ender shard and redstone. Ender shards are made from an ender pearl and this glass cutter here. It'll give you 8 different ones of these ender shards. With a little bit of redstone, you can get a resonating crystal. Daytime. So once you start getting some of these resonating redstone crystals, you can start getting into generating grid power. Grid power is more or less what makes most everything in Extra Utilities function. It's not an actual RF type power. It is imaginary power in the world that does stuff for you. You use it with the angel ring. You use it for your machines. Not all the machines take it. You use it for speed upgrades. It's a way of taking what used to be kind of viewed as being overpowered in Extra Utilities 1 and making it cost a little more in order to do it. So, but as far as getting started with it, one of the first machines you are going to need is this here resonator. Resonator is made from a block of coal, a resonating crystal, some iron, and some redstone. This right here is going to be what you can use to make stone burnt. We're going to be using it to make several different items along the way. This needs grid power to run. Now, we already have a ton of grid power, so me showing you that is not going to necessarily work. But anyway, we can go into how to do it. One of the first ways that you can do some grid power is this manual mill. This one here will generate a 15 RF as long as, excuse me, not RF, 15 grid power as long as you are turning it. Once you stop turning it, you are not generating anything. These are actually pretty easy to make. It's a polished stone, resonating redstone crystal, and this redstone gear. The redstone gear is just redstone torches and some oak planks. It's not very expensive to make this one. This will give you, the chance to get into your stone burnt to start working on getting some more permanent grid power solutions. One of the other ways of making grid power are these here solar panels. Each solar panel gives you 1 grid power. They are made with lapis, a resonating crystal, and your polished stone. The only problem is with solar panels is, number 1, they've got to have direct sunlight. Number 2, at night you don't have any grid power. As you can see right now, this is generating 1. If we change it to night right quick, you will see that it is not generating any at all. So if you're using nothing but these when it's nighttime, you're not going to have any grid power. Now there are these lunar panels. Panels are basically the exact opposite of your solar panels. If you see, this one is generating 1. These generate power at night. Each one of them will generate 1 grid power. They are made with a lunar reactive dust, the polished stone, and a resonating redstone crystal. This lunar reactive dust, if we take a piece of lapis and put inside of our resonator here, you can see it takes 16 grid power, and then you can get, I should probably put some speed upgrades in here, but I don't have any on me right now. You get this lunar reactive dust. Now, so in order to get to these, you're going to have more than what you've got here. But it's a great way of getting started. Like I said, as long as you've got the stuff to make them, you can make as many of these if you want. If you want 100 grid power and you want to place 100 of these in your world, you're free to do so. But those are kind of more of your introductory type grid powers. Now, once you get into wanting to make some stone burn, you take your, talked about it just a second ago, polished stone, put it in here. With 8 grid power is what you need in order to start making your stone burn. Once this reaches 8, it'll make the first one. It'll start over and do the next one. Stone burn is what we're going to be using in order to make the rest of our different grid power things, bobs. So first one is a windmill. Now this is generating 1.1. They don't generate a whole lot. Now, one of the things I'm not sure of, we'll have to look at that right quick. These are made with stone burnt, redstone gear, and the resonating crystal. I want to see, let's get a angel, not an angel. And let's go way up in the air. Now, I do know that rain affects it. If it is raining, you will gain more grid power from the windmill than what you would for it just sitting there. Alright, so we want our chest. We want this. So no, this is not generating any more. Actually, if anything, it's generating less being way up in the air like that. Oh, no, neither one of them are generating very much right now. So it doesn't look like height matters with it at all. Now, I do know you've got to have an open block in front or behind it in order for it to work. And I think it works better facing north to south. Let's see here. North-south blocks must be clear. So maybe that's the only way you can place it. I don't know. Never tried it. I guess we could try it right quick. Yep, it always places that way. So all the blocks around it must be clear. Do we get more over here? Nope, it's generating the exact same. So basically just what's in the front of it and what's behind it needs to be clear. So, like I said, when it rains, well, I'm sitting there talking about it, we can get it to rain. As you can see, the grid power has doubled with adding the rain to it. So there's that. Now let's get rid of the rain. Let's set the time to day. One of our next options available is the lava mill. This uses lava to generate grid power. It is stone burnt, gold, and the resonating redstone crystal. And the way it works is you place it down in the world, and we lose that. Get you some lava. Looks like, okay, so it doesn't matter whether or not this is on one, or how many that's on either side. It's just one side. It'll generate, yeah, it's just generating 2. That's it. So that is all that one will generate, is just 2 grid power. So it's better than the 1. And there we go. So that's kind of what that one does. Now, this one here is the fire mill. The fire mill. Alright, so this one is the fire mill. Fire mill is made with a nether brick fence, the redstone gear, and the resonating redstone crystal. Stone burnt will give you this. This actually generates grid power when placed over an open fire. So let's get us an open fire and see what we get here. This is one I've not used before. So this one's just generating 2. So it's basically the same as what the lava is. So I thought the lava, you could place lava on all 4 sides of it and it would generate more grid power. I guess that is not the case. So this gives you 2 grid power by itself. Doesn't take up as much space as this one is. You can put this in just 1 block. The one that I use the most starting out is this water mill. This water mill, when set up right, will give you 16 grid power. It is made with the stone burnt, 2 of the redstone gears, and the resonating redstone crystal. Now, this one will generate 4 grid power on all 4 sides of this. Really? Place it back down. There we go. But in order for it to do that, it has to have water around it. Now, you do not want a water source touching the sides of it. It has to have flowing water in order to generate the maximum amount of grid power. So basically, you put 1 on this side, or 1 in that corner, and 1 on that corner. And as you can see, we are generating 16 grid power. There are several different ways that you can set up multiple of these without having to set up a bunch of different big squares like this. Basically, the way that I do it, where's our water mill at? Right there. Is I'll just put them in a line like that right there, and you just rotate the water source. So we're getting 16 from this one, and we're getting 16 from this one. So it's pretty nice. Toggle rain on. Now, the ultimate in grid power is this here dragon egg mill. This thing is it's pricey to make, sort of. You're going to need 2 nether stars. You're going to need an eye of redstone, an ender pearl, and some stone burnt. The eye of redstone is made with a resonating crystal, an ender pearl, and a piece of redstone. Now, this by itself, not generating any grid power at all. You need to fight the ender dragon, collect its egg, and place it on top. It will give you 500 grid power. So, once you get to this point, this thing is absolutely great to have. 3 or 4 of them. You can run as much stuff as you want to with as many speed upgrades as you want to and not have to worry about a whole lot. Set time today. So, that more or less takes care of grid power. Lots of different ways to do it. And then one final way of getting a ton of it at once. So it's, me personally, I hate having grid power. It's kind of a nuisance, but you know, it is what it is, and we have to do it. So we've got it. So now several different of the actual mechanical machines that we can use in the extra utilities. First one here is this mechanical crafter. The mechanical crafter is actually pretty neat. It is made with a resonating crystal, a dropper, and a crafting table. This item right here, you can put a recipe in here, put the items in here, and it will craft them. Items can be Alright, so auto crafter. Basically, you can pipe items into this and you can pipe items out. You will have to filter what you're piping in and out. That way you are not taking out what you're putting in. It's a pretty neat way to craft a lot of different stuff of one item if you need a lot of them. Put speed upgrades in it, it'll craft them pretty quick. I've used this several times. So our next item on the list is this scanner. This scanner will check the block in front of it, and you can use it to emit a redstone signal, which I don't have a redstone signal out of. Anyways, this is made with a dropper, a piece of redstone, and a spider eye. We can put a crafting station in front of it, set it to current block, and it will tell you exactly what it is. So, but it'll recognize different blocks that are close to the same ID. Like if we get a, let's see here, let's put a plank in front of it. I believe it'll select which one, and you can set it to where we want that, and we can change all this off to where it's just showing spruce, and then we can actually emit a redstone signal from it. It's actually a neat little way. We set up in RadioCraft a tree farm using this setup. You can use it to check plants. Matter of fact, see, look how much faster the ender lily's growing than it is there. Do we have another ender lily on us? No, but we've got, that's not going to work. Let's get, aha, there it is. Place this down, select it. It'll actually show us what growth stage it is on and whether or not, you know, we want to, if it's ready to grow, which it's not ready to grow right now, we can set it up to where it'll run a redstone signal to pick it when it's ready to go. It's a neat little block. Our next block is a mechanical miner. The mechanical miner is used, you can basically just break blocks that are placed in front of it. I have used these in the past as a way of breaking any kind of like lapis, diamonds, emeralds, stuff like that get shifted into our refined storage or applied energistic system. You can use fortune in here, and it will break, you know, whatever. So let's, my cat is going nuts. So if we place a block of diamond in front of it, it will break it, and it'll actually keep everything inside of it. And you can pipe items in and pipe items out. It's pretty neat. Like I said, you can place, I always forget, wait, let's go into this game mode, get our Fortune 3 book here that I placed, and place it down. And as you can see, we got a few more diamonds out of it that time around. It's pretty neat. Oh, that's made with, and I done lost the recipe. Mechanical miner. Right there. Whoops, I give it to me. Iron pick, matter of fact, I didn't put it in here because I don't remember making an iron pickaxe. So iron pickaxe dropper, resonating redstone crystal. Not too hard to make. So our next item up is a mechanical user. This item I have used for several different things. It is made with a redstone crystal, dropper, lever. You can place scythes in here to pick crops. You can put swords in here and use them as a grinder. My cat don't hush. As you can see, we just took damage. Let's get out of the way. Get that out of there. You can use it to milk. You can use it to milk cows. You can use it to pick crops. It's got a lot of different neat little functions that it can do. I've used it for lots of different things. So there's that. So now we get into our transportation stuff. This is go away fire. So Extra Utilities has a nice little introductory way of transferring stuff around with transfer pipes, transfer nodes, stuff like that. They have a tendency of being slow. They've been nerfed as far as speed-wise goes from what they used to be, but you can speed them up along the way. Transfer pipes are made with stone slabs, glass, redstone, and it'll give you 64. Now there is tendency of some packs that will change how many of them that it will make. The default is set to 64. These will transfer items. They will transfer liquid. There's no energy transfer pipes in Extra Utilities anymore, at least as of yet. So first item is the item transfer nodes. Item transfer nodes are made with a transfer pipe, redstone, stone, and a trap chest. That's not a trap chest. It doesn't have to be a trap chest. Just a regular chest. I just grabbed the wrong one. See, switched it. It's now chest. We've got transfer nodes. Basically, this is used to pull an item out of an inventory and to put it into something else. I put that on the wrong side. So if we want to transfer from this chest to this chest, all we got to do, put the transfer node on it, and as you can see, it is going over here. Like I said, it's with no speed upgrades in it, it moves pretty slow. Liquid transfer nodes are made the exact same way. The only difference is it uses a bucket. These things work exactly the same way as the item transfer nodes do. Place it next to an item you want to transfer the fluid out of, and then pipe it out. Next up, we've got what is basically the opposite of the transfer nodes, which is the retrieval nodes. There's one for fluid, which is the fluid transfer nodes, 2 ender pearls and a diamond, and the item the item retrieval node, which is an emerald, 2 ender pearls, and 2 transfer nodes, and that will give you 2 retrieval nodes. Basically, this works the opposite. So if we get rid of this, get rid of our pipe, and we want to move these polished stone into this chest with the retrieval nodes, we'll hook retrieval nodes up to this side, and it will suck them out of here and put them over here. Same thing with the liquid nodes. You put the liquid on the inventory you want everything to go into, and the pipe on the inventory that you're pulling out of. There are several different uses that we can do with these that doesn't involve pulling straight from one inventory or the next. That is using the transfer node for transferring water from a water source, infinite water source, and to also make cobblestone. This is done with a mining upgrade. That's a stack upgrade. Mining upgrade. It is upgrade base. The upgrade base is actually made, got it over here, with a weighted pressure plate. We are not in, made all those. Weighted pressure plate in here, takes 8 grid power. This will make the upgrade base, and the upgrade base is used in creating our different upgrades for this. We got the speed upgrades, we have the mining upgrade, and we have a stack upgrade. So the mining upgrade, we can, I got a few of them here. Mining upgrade we can place in here, and you will see that it is now sucking water from the infinite water source. We could, I don't know, it doesn't work. The retrieval nodes for the liquids don't work the opposite this way. You can't put the retrieval node on a tank and suck from a water source, but you could put it next to a drum and pull out. But it can't be done with the water source. So now with the transfer node, making cobblestone. Put a piece of cobblestone down. You've got your water. You've got your lava. You put your mining upgrade up in here. Up in here. Oh, I did it again. Good, didn't do it. As you can see, we are now getting cobblestone. Now, we can speed this up to where it's transferring stuff faster, especially with like the cobblestone or pulling items out of the chest with a stack upgrade. This will allow it to pull a stack at a time. Is it going to do it? I don't know if you can stack those or not. It's not something I have tried before. Oop. No, you can only place one in at a time, and that is it. And it doesn't seem to be going any faster than what it was before. Maybe if we add some speed upgrades to it. Speed upgrades, oh wait, stack upgrades. I lost a recipe for it. Is the upgrade base, a gold ingot, and a diamond. Speed upgrades. Speed upgrades have changed from what they used to be. You've got your standard speed upgrade, which is the upgrade base, a block of redstone, and a gold ingot. Each one of these uses 1 grid power. The upgrade mining uses, looks like 1 grid power, and I think, wait, where are they at? They all just use 1 grid power. One of these I thought was a 10 grid power. It might have been in another pack. Anyways, so you can make these speed upgrades. This will speed it up, but it doesn't speed it up quite very much. And your base upgrades, you can only stack 4 of them at a time. So if you see, this is now moving a lot quicker than what it was. So we've got that. Now you can use those speed upgrades, and we can make the magical speed upgrades. These are made with magical apples and enchanted ingots. These also are made inside of the enchanter. Let's get our speed upgrades up here. Which we will get into in the next episode with the rest of them. Where did all my speed upgrades go? Here they are down here. Actually, magical apples have 2 recipes. You can actually use magical wood surrounded by apples. It will give you the magical apples. These things by themselves, you can eat them, but they don't give you really any kind of food or anything like that. Now, the magical upgrades, you can stack 16 of them together at a time. And as you can see, we are now going a whole lot faster. And it looks like with 16 of them, we are using 23.62 grid power. The 4 of these is using 4.38. Last but not least, as far as speed upgrades go, are these ultimate upgrades. These you can stack up to 64. They are very pricey. Very pricey. It takes 4 drops of evil, and then these evil infused iron ingots. These are made in the enchanter with a Nether Star and iron. I have yet to get to the point of making these yet. This is something that's actually fairly new to Extra Utilities. Something that we're going to be getting into soon, just because I want to try it out. Anyway, you can stack these things up, like I said, to 64. Looks like it uses 192 grid power for it. But as you can see, this thing is spitting it out pretty quick. It's not going to take long in order to fill that up. What if we take the stack upgrade out of there? The stack upgrade's not really doing much of anything for it, I don't believe. Well, maybe it was. I'm not sure. Anyways, that's all your upgrades as far as what you can do with the pipes. Now, we were looking at this drum. There are several different drums in this that we can make. We've got the stone drum, which is just cobblestone, stone slabs, and a bowl. This one will hold... Oh, let's get us a water bucket. We need to change our game mode. Put a bucket of water in there. And as you can see, this one will hold 16 buckets. We're going to have to get another water bucket. The iron one is made, the iron drum, it's made with iron ingots, the iron pressure plate, and a cauldron. This one holds 256 buckets. It's quite a big difference. These things are usually the ones that I go with, at least for the most part, whenever I'm using anything for fluids. Next up, we've got the reinforced large drum. This one is made with the iron drum, gold pressure plates, and diamonds. These will hold quite a bit. It's 4,096 buckets. This is getting to the point of more than what you'll probably need just about for any kind of playthrough on most packs. But we do have the demonically gargantuan drum. This drum right here is basically the old bedrockium drum. It holds 65,000 buckets. And it's really not that pricey considering what it is. It takes the reinforced large drum, these Klein bottles, and demon ingots. Klein bottles are made from ender pearls and a glass bottle. It'll give you one, and then you have that. To get the demon ingots, if you've watched any of my series at all and you don't know how to make demon ingots yet, what's the matter with you? I use demon ingots for all of my tinker's weapons. It's one of the best basic items you can use for it. So basically, in order to make demon ingots, you need nether brick, one on each one of the cardinal directions, and then one on the bottom with a bucket of lava. And we're going to need some gold. And basically you just walk up here and throw it in there and you get gold. Now it's not 100% chance that you're going to get one back, but it's pretty high up there. And that will give you your demon ingots. You can use these. The only thing that they're good for as far as extra utility wise goes is for making these drums. I don't think that they've got any other use, at least as of right now. Let's go in here. Uses. Yeah, it's just those two. You make a block out of it. The block doesn't even have any uses other than that. So, like I said, it's a great use for tinkers, and it honestly, to make this big, back in 1.7, this was the bedrockium drum, and you had to get 43 million pieces of cobblestone to get that. So if there's one nice thing that they changed about from 1.7 to this, it's got to be these drums. So, but I think that was pretty much all I have planned to cover in this episode. This right here is almost fully grown. It's not gone all the way yet. So, that's pretty much, it's pretty much it. Next episode, we'll get into probably the rest of it. We'll get into the power gen, we'll get into the wings, and we'll get into well, I don't know if we'll be able to get into everything or not. We might have to break it into 2 more episodes, because there's quite a bit of stuff in this mod. So with that, I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. I thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.